Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first official stream of the 2022 4-digit player tournament. Today, we'll be showcasing the Qualifiers Map Pool with a 1v1 between Natsuko and Ginkari. And just a note for the new players who don't know how the qualifiers work, basically, you'll be playing through them and it will determine your seedings in this tournament. I am 004, and I'm joined here by LightningStorm as your caster today as we cover the various maps that you'll be expected to play.
Hello.
And without further ado, we're just gonna wait for these players to get ready, and you'll be seeing Nomad 1 first, if I'm not mistaken. And just a little note, judging off what I remember, Nomad 1 generally is a consistency map. As we see here, it's going to be consisting of CS 4.3 and AR 9.3, with the length being 3 minutes and 36 seconds, which is something common that you'll see with consistency picks throughout most pools and tournaments. The star rating being 4.88. And this is also a specific map.
AR 9.3 is pretty good for 4 digits, actually. Like, low 4 digits.
Definitely, yeah. I think that a lot of players will find this to be comfy, and this will really generally just test how consistent you are over the 3 minutes and 36 seconds that you play this map. As you can see here, we open off with these little simple stream patterns. Looking pretty generous, but then again, under pressure and nerves, definitely can see misses happening.
We can see that there are a lot of same patterns in the map at the start and in the 300 combos.
Yes, definitely, and I think that's what defines this as a consistency map, and this is why the map poolers selected this. As with these types of maps, you want things to be relatively the same throughout, as it is testing players' consistency under pressure. And we're having a little bit of client lag here, but that should be fixed up in no time. Or maybe not. Oh, okay. We got Ginkari loading in, but Natsuko's still not synced up yet. But what is an OSU tournament without good old Bancho lag? So I guess for now you're gonna get to enjoy Ginkari playing here, as Natsuko is still not loading in. But I mean, we're coming into the halfway point of this map. The pattern's staying relatively the same, as pointed out by LightningStorm. And I think a lot of players will be pretty comfortable with this, as most players practice a lot of Nomad and specifics as well. This will be a pretty comfortable pick, and shouldn't see too many people struggling with this.
As we can see here, this map has little jumps, and if you're good with that, you're probably gonna have a good time with the map.
Yes, definitely. I mean, we're coming to the closing point of this map, and we have reached above 100,000 combo, and Hikari's gonna find a miss there, but I mean, not a big deal. This is just a showcase. This ending section looking a little tough, actually, and I could see under pressure people definitely struggling on that. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that section. You might want to practice that a little bit. Yep, and there is the end of Nomad 1. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Natsuko play the map, but we did see a wonderful performance from Genkari there. And that is going to close off Nomad 1, as that is our consistency pick. Any comments about the map, LightningStorm?
Yeah, I think the map is fun and engaging, and you can play it like without stress that you are actually in a tournament.
I definitely agree with you on that, yeah.
And also, if you're good with, as I said, little jumps, and as this map stands for, if you're consistent with the little jumps, I think you can FC. But watch out for the last part.
Yes, that's for sure. And I would like to add that, I mean, if you're comfortable with specifics and you play a lot of them and you are comfortable with those jumps and streams, then this map really shouldn't be that much of an issue. And I could see this being pretty comfortable as a nice Nomad 1 to start the qualifiers off. We will be seeing Nomad 2 next, which should also be a specific as well. I think we're just waiting on Natsuko to join back. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it looks like Natsuko crashed his Osu, so might just wait just a little bit for him to be able to restart that. But yeah, just I guess I can give a few words on the rest of the qualifiers. You will see 3 Nomads, 2 Hidden, and 2 Hard Rock, and 2 Double Times for your qualifiers. And it will alternate between, at least for the mods, you'll see the number 1 being a specific and number 2 being a convert. With the Nomads, it will be 2 specific Nomads, and then the third one will be a convert. And other than that, you will see nothing else. There's no mix mod and stuff like that. That probably will be happening, though, in the actual rounds.
Do we know which one is the custom mod? Custom map?
I'm not too sure what custom maps we have. I do think I heard from someone that there is a custom map, but I am not entirely sure which map that would be. Nomad 2, okay, so yeah, it seems like Nomad 2, which we'll be seeing next, is the custom map. And Natsuko was able to join now, so we should be able to go right towards that. And here we go, Nomad 2. Although I don't see the map information updating yet, so I can't tell you the CS and AR until that is updated. But just by the sound alone, I can probably guess that this is going to be a tech map. So I'm assuming Nomad 2 is a tech specific, which we will get to see very shortly. But still do not know the exact information about the map. And it looks like we're seeing in the chat that Nomad 2 is in fact a custom map, so that is pretty cool to see community support for the tournament. It's always great to see that. And here we go, into Nomad 2. Map information still not updating, so I cannot tell you guys about that. But here it is, syncing everyone up, and starting off with a nice stream there. Yeah, so right off the bat, I'm already seeing that this map is going to require lots of control on the catcher, these long sliders, and snappy hyper jumps. As you can see, Ginkari missed there, and it just goes to show how precise you have to be with these types of patterns, going back and forth like that.
All the little left and right. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, lots of left and rights here, and that's combined with these streams, and then you have jumps right after the streams. You really have to be precise with your timings in terms of hypers, and this will definitely be a tricky one right off the bat. But again, this is a qualifiers pool, and it generally tends to emulate the, I would say, quarterfinals around there, that stage in the tournament. So it's going to be a little bit harder as expected.
Just from watching this, I feel like Nomad 2 is gonna be either pretty good map for you, or you're just gonna lose the point for it.
Definitely, yeah. I think if you're not comfortable with tech maps, then definitely start practicing that, as this will be important, as you want to seed as high as you can. And this is definitely not an easy one from the looks of it. Seeing some players struggle here, it goes to show that this pool is definitely not easy. And that will conclude Nomad 2 there as our tech map.
If I saw right, they both missed at the same spot.
I was not able to see that, actually. It looks like Natsuko might have crashed again, though. I'm not sure. Oh, no, it looks like he's still in the lobby. But, yeah, that was Nomad 2. Seems like the map wasn't uploaded yet, as it was a custom map. And it seems like it was actually mapped by Gemzu, if I'm reading the chat properly. But, that's pretty cool to see a Gemzu custom map for the tournament. So, definitely, my best advice would be to just practice more tech maps and, you know, maybe play some Gemzu maps, as he was the one who mapped this, and you can get comfortable with his style of mapping. You should see, it shouldn't be too hard for you, as long as you prepare properly. And next will be Nomad 3, which is going to be a convert. Looks like we're waiting for Natsuko to load back in. So there might be some pauses here and there just for that. You know, technical difficulties, Poncho always throwing out issues and such. And I'm reading the chat here. It looks like we're gonna be switching out Natsuko for someone else, as he's having Wi-Fi issues. So there might be a little pause here just to find another player. I'm not exactly sure, but should be getting things back shortly. Yeah, and it looks like we can see the next map actually. So I guess I'll talk about that. This seems to be Nomad 3, and it's definitely a convert. And we see CS4, AR8, so low AR, and that's going to be a little. I find that some players might struggle with this, as it's either 50-50 with 4 digits. You see some being very strong with low AR and some being weaker with higher, and vice versa. But luckily this isn't a hidden, so for those low AR hidden haters, I mean, you don't see that yet. But the length of this map is also pretty long, being 3 minutes and 26 seconds, so definitely going to test consistency under AR8. The star rating being 4.38. I'm not sure if that is the standard map ranking or if that is converted to catch, but if it is converted to catch, that is a little scary, as with converts, star rating is really random. But looks like, never mind, I think we actually have a different map here for Nomad 3. So that is going to be, or no, yeah, so CS4 AR9 this time, so not AR8. So I guess you guys can breathe a sigh of relief there. It will be AR9, not AR8. And this is still a convert though. And we're getting in, and it seems like Botberg is going to come in instead of Natsuko, as he was having Wi-Fi issues. So here we go. And right off the bat, this is already looking like a pretty precision-based convert, having to have very snappy aim and control your catcher pretty concisely with these types of patterns that we're seeing on the screen here. Yeah, some of these jumps looking pretty intense as well, which with converts specifically, as you can see here, Genkar's gonna find a miss. It's jumps and converts, I don't know, I've just always found them to be a little awkward, and you really have to time those jumps perfectly, or else you're not going to be able to catch the fruit and you'll drop the combo there. And coming into this Ki here, it is proving to be a tough map, that's for sure. With these jumps and left, right, sliders, and everything combined, you definitely can see a lot of players struggling with this.
Yeah, looking at this map, I can see where I'm going to fail or miss. The weird jumps between the, like, just in the converts are just a nightmare for me. So probably it is just a nightmare for some of players as well that's joining that tournament.
Definitely, I would say that convert is very important to get good at if you want to be successful in these tournaments. As shown here, this is not a friendly convert map. This is going to test your skill and might be a pretty vital map for some people, and it could determine their seedings and could be bad for some people, good for some people, who knows? It really depends on your skill sets. Yeah, and coming into this final TI, these jumps are just intense and require so much precision from what I'm seeing.
That precision part in the middle is just wow. That we are gonna definitely see a few misses there in the qualifiers.
That's for sure. And a little bit of a placement stream at the end there, so that's not that's gonna be pretty scary for some people. But yeah, that concludes Nomad 3 there, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Botburger FC'd that, so great job to them for that wonderful performance. And yeah, that's going to conclude all of the Nomads for the qualifiers. Now we'll be moving straight on to the hiddens for the qualifiers pool. For those who don't know, there will only be 2 hiddens. Hidden 1 and Hidden 2, 1 being a specific and 2 being a convert. And as we can see here, Hidden 1 is going to be CS4 AR9 with the length of 3 minutes and 4 seconds. So definitely not going to be easy for some people, and you know, it's a consistency hidden from what I can see here, and a little bit on the lower AR side. Not too low, but I mean, there might be some people who don't play hidden often and might struggle here. So that's something to look out for.
Yeah, the 9 air is just not just below the comfort zone.
Exactly, yeah. This is a pretty popular map that I think a lot of people might be familiar with, by the way. So maybe some of you guys have had some experience with this map already, so that could be a good thing for you. And yeah, we're already starting with some streams here, and with these jumps, and it's just, you know, with hidden, this is a pretty tough thing. As you can see, Ginkari already finding a miss there, as it is looking pretty uncomfortable to read from what I can see. Even Botburger is struggling a little bit.
Yeah, overall at the start, this looks like a fine map, like an easy map, just to read. You just have to control your picker and know where you're going to go.
Yeah, as I could see with these hyperfruits and the pattern density on these jumps, it's pretty low, so going to test your reading ability as well as your consistency. As in terms of technical skill, it does not require much. It's basically just going left and right very slow with a few streams here and there. This is really going to be testing your reading and how well you can read over the course of 3 minutes. And that jump being there, being really, really scary, it looks like, with hidden. Again, it looks like there's a lot of spots that you can miss at when you're given the pressure of the qualifiers, and when you actually have to sit there and play through all of these maps. You're going to be under a lot of stress, and it looks like this map could be hard given those circumstances. So that is one thing to keep in mind, is these maps might not look too bad for some people, but during the actual qualifiers, when the pressure is there, it might be a different story.
We can kind of say this is a consistency map as well, because just by looking at it, the jumps, left and right jumps, the hyper fruits, if you can do one, you can do all, and if you know how to read hidden, it's gonna be easy.
yeah, that's going to conclude Hidden One there. Uh, so some people might like that, some people might not, but regardless, it's in the pool, and judging off what I saw there, it is basically going to be whether you are comfortable reading over a long period of time, and nothing more, in my opinion. Just being able to manage those nerves, and that's all you really need.
You just need to get used to 3 minutes of hidden. That's all I think.
Yes. Um, and now we're going to be moving on to Hidden 2, which is going to be a convert. And this is also going to be a low AR hidden map, but not too low AR, AR 8.4. So it's not AR 8 hidden, but still, I mean, I would consider this to be low AR hidden, which is going to be testing your ability to read hidden, obviously, I guess you could say. And this map is going to be 4-star with a length of 2 minutes and 22 seconds, so at least you don't have to suffer through 3 minutes of low AR hidden. And starting off, we're seeing jump patterns here, which under low AR is going to be pretty hard, and you're gonna make sure that you're gonna have to make sure that you don't over dash or dash early, basically.
Yeah, we're seeing misses from both sides, so the start is just random. There are no like a catch map patterns. And also, I'm gonna be honest, 8.4 AR, 2-minute 4-star convert seems kind of scary to me.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a challenge to read, as we're seeing some of the players here struggling, and I mean, if you're not comfortable with low air hidden, I suggest you practice that now, as that is going to be something that you'll most likely see throughout the rest of this tournament. I mean, other than that, it looks like a pretty standard convert map, but like I said, it's really just up to if you're able to read these patterns and time those jumps properly with the hidden. As pointed out by some people in the chat, this is a 3-star, actually. It looks like the star rating that we're seeing on the screen is actually the standard star rating, not the catch converted star rating. And so yeah, just for people to know. Also, one thing to note is this might be comfortable for some people, as one thing I'd like to point out is the BPM of this map is 200, and BPM usually doesn't matter too much in catch, but I think with hidden at least, if the BPM is higher, it makes things a little bit easier, as opposed to like a low BPM map. With jumps, it can be pretty awkward to time in terms of timing those jumps, and so with the higher BPM, I feel like it's almost easier, if that makes sense. And that's going to conclude Hidden 2 there, and that will conclude our Hidden pool for the qualifiers. So just a little recap, Hidden 1 is going to be a consistency with pretty simple patterns, and Hidden 2 will be our low AR hidden with some pretty timey jumps. And now we're going to be moving on to the Hard Rock pool, which will also consist of 2 Hard Rocks, Hard Rock 1 and Hard Rock 2. And the same thing as before, it is a specific and then a convert. AR 9, but obviously with Hard Rock mod applied, that will be AR 10, and CS 3.6, so that shouldn't be too bad with Hard Rock applied. I don't know the exact number that it converts to afterwards, but it shouldn't be too small of a circle size. And the length of the map being 2 minutes. This is one of the shorter maps that we're seeing in the pool so far.
Yeah, the circle size looks pretty generous for a Hard Rock.
Definitely, yeah. definitely not too bad. But then again, you know, for some of those players that are not used to Hard Rock or comfortable with it, this could be a bit of a challenge for you. And, I mean, these patterns don't look too fun to hit with the Air 10, and it looks like you're going to have to time those jumps. As you see Genkari missing there, I mean, it goes to show that a lot of precision is required here. Let me actually check. Yeah, it looks like this map is going to be testing your precision and aim and your ability to control that catcher, and also just overall reading AR-10. You're definitely going to be comfortable doing that for this map.
Oh, that double jumps before the break was kinda hard. Oh, there's some kind of techie part as well.
Yeah, and those wiggles there definitely looked a little stressful. I could see a lot of people not feeling comfortable playing this with the tournament nerves. Yeah, and those jumps do not look forgiving at all with the spacing between the jumps. Hard Rock tends to make note spacing a little awkward, and that will affect how you time your dashes, essentially. And I see a lot of that going on in that map there. So that is going to be the end of Hard Rock 1. And we'll be moving on to Hard Rock 2, which will be a convert Hard Rock. Which I could imagine will be focusing more on precision and raw aim ability.
Before we pass to Hard Rock 2, I want to say about Hard Rock 1. The first part is just like your old school Hard Rock, but the second tech Hard Rock part is actually hard, and that's where it will get people to miss.
Definitely, yeah, I could agree with that. And it looks like we have Freedom Dive going on for our Hard Rock 2. Judging off the song, maybe stream notes? I don't know. I will have to see, but yeah, here we go.
The long spinner part, it might change the points.
Oh, wow. So, off the bat, I already see that this is a placement-oriented map. At that intro there, you have to... I mean, you can try to wiggle that, but I would suggest just keeping your catcher still to ensure that you catch everything. And definitely looks like a control-based map, being able to control under these high-pressure patterns. I don't know if that term even makes sense, but... yeah, wow. Just looking at this is pretty wild to see. Hinkari finding a little miss there. I think he was trying to wiggle that little section there, which goes to prove why you should probably just keep your catcher still and treat it as a placement if you want to ensure combo. Yeah, and those jumps there, like, almost looking kind of like memory in a way. I mean, I don't know. This is definitely one of the harder maps that I'm seeing here in the pool. So if you are not comfortable with Hard Rock, definitely suggest practicing, because this is going to be just a little note. This is supposed to emulate a quarterfinals pool, maybe quarterfinal, semifinal, somewhere around there. So if the maps are like this, then you can imagine that these stages after are going to be even harder. So definitely would get to practicing. And as confirmed by SKF in the chat, is emulating the semi-finals pool. So there are still 2 stages after that, finals and grand finals. So kind of excited to see what those maps will be like in the future. Yeah, and this last section has some pretty wild placements that some might mistake for wiggles, but you can, as shown by Botburger, just hold your catcher in the middle there and you should be fine and able to catch those. It's all about your precision, basically, and if you can, you know, get under those notes in time. Hinkari doing a great job trying to wiggle all of those at the end. And that's going to conclude Hard Rock 2 there, which definitely I would say is one of the harder maps that we're seeing in the qualifiers pool here. A lot of people looking like they might struggle with this. And I mean, it's definitely something that you're going to have to practice, that's for sure. Any comments about Hard Rock 2 LightningStorm?
Yeah, I saw that there were so many. Wow, I forgot the word. Bananas.
Bananas, yeah.
And even though Botburger missed 7, he still passed 1 million with 6k points.
Yeah. That's
Which
the nice
means,
thing about Hard Rock is the multiplier 1.12, I think.
yeah, and this many bananas on the score version 2 is actually gonna change the results.
Yes, that's for sure. And it looks like we're moving into DT1 here, which is going to be a specific map and pretty long DT, actually. Almost 4 minutes there. AR 7.5 DT, so pretty on the lower side in terms of AR. But, you know, some people might actually like that, especially people who are not comfortable with DT. BPM being 210, BPM tends to matter a little bit more for DT, especially if there's a lot of left-right wiggles and jump patterns. That will determine how fast you have to move, basically. So far at the start of this map, things are looking pretty tame. But as you can see, there are some left-right wiggles, I guess you could say. Not too intense, but
Well, I think that it's pretty nicely synced with the song, so it's gonna be easier than your like normal DT.
yeah, and as we can see here, getting into this chorus of the map, the pace of this map picks up a lot, actually, and as I said, that 210 BPM is going to be playing a big role here, as those patterns you have to go left and right pretty fast, and with the added effect of DT making your clatter move faster, you're going to need a lot of control to be able to hit all these notes properly.
Yeah, some jumps here need a greater precision than a normal human being, especially with the DT.
Botburger doing a little bit of trolling there, but he managed to catch all of those. It looked pretty satisfying, not gonna lie. Yeah, this is actually looking like to be a pretty hard DT. And with that AR 7.5 DT, could be actually awkward to hit some of these patterns, I'm not gonna lie. And that's gonna conclude DT1. And now we'll be moving on to DT2 shortly, which will be our DT convert. And if let me just check here. DT2 is going to be a AR 9.7 after DT is applied, not before. Just so get that clear. And it's going to be 2 minutes and 40 seconds in length. And in terms of CS and AR, or I already covered AR, but CS circle size will be 3.8, so a little bit more forgiving, which is actually kind of nice with DT converts. Yeah, so as we see here, it's AR 8 DT, but after the DT is applied, that will push the AR to 9.7. So a little bit on the higher side, as opposed to DT1. BPM being 366, so curious to see how these patterns are.
Map looks pretty good so far.
Yeah, the nice thing about this map, and for the people that might not feel comfortable with the high AR, we're seeing a lot of note density here, and the notes basically kind of trailing like water, I guess you could say. So it makes it a lot easier to read, but then we see these little jumps that go out to the left and the right here, and that looks a little tough to hit, especially these little wiggles. And like I said, some of these wiggles you're going to be doing at 366 BPM. That is pretty insane, but then again, it's not too intense, and stamina-wise, you shouldn't struggle too much, I think. Yeah, and looking at this, I mean, it looks very intense is the best way I can describe it with these patterns, but at the same time, for those players who are comfortable playing DT and converts, this shouldn't be too out of your league. Some placements there, looking a little tough, and also one thing to mention is the length of this map being 3 minutes. That is a long time for having to play DT, in my opinion.
Some fruit placements after the spinners are kinda trappy. If you go full right to catch a banana to get a better point on the spinner, you might miss the fruit on the left.
Yes, that's for sure. A little classic spinner trap. And we're coming to the end of the map here, and that is going to conclude DT2, and that is also going to include all of the maps that you'll be seeing in the qualifiers pool. So, I mean, I guess, what are your opinions on the qualifiers pool and what you've seen so far, Lightning?
Well, generally, I legitimately think that the maps are hard. They are good for the qualifiers. Some maps are like pretty hard in the case of a placements. The others are hard in the streams. The others are hard because they have so many spinners that might change the course of the match. So,
Yes.
so I think that these qualifiers will actually eliminate most of the players, which it will, and we will have fun with the rest of the guys left.
Yes, that's for sure. And I think we're gonna have Ginkari join here and give a few words, if you will.
Yeah, so first of all, Data, can I hear me or do you need to do some stuff?
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So basically, hello from my side. First of all, thank you for watching the Mappool Showmatch. I know the beginning was a bit scuffed, but yeah, thanks to not so cool but Burger for making this possible. Also for 004 and LightningStorm to cast the Showmatch so far and Data to stream. The only thing I want to say right now is that the number 2 map, which most of the people already, I believe, figured out, will be a custom map mapped by Gemzu. And if any questions are about the qualifier lobbies, I will make a ping about that. Basically, you guys need to sign up for a lobby over the website. The map pool will also be on the website tomorrow, as Gemzu currently is asleep and needs to upload his map, so we can upload the map pool onto the website. Same with the qualifier lobbies. The qualifier lobbies will be made tomorrow, so you just need to go on the website, click like, okay, lobby A suits me, click on join, and then you will be in lobby A. The other thing is for the results will be kept hidden, and they will be revealed for the round of 64 showcase, where the players will be before the showcase, so we will announce which player made it and which players didn't made it. Other than that, if any questions occur, please don't hesitate to DM me or ask in general a tournament host. I'm sure they will be able to help you. And that would be it from my side.
Yeah, and I'd like to say thank you to Ginkari and DataPata for putting this all together, and LightningStorm for casting with me today. It was very cool to see the maps that we'll be playing for the qualifiers. So